I actually want to say the truth. I was the one who set a trap for Very Dark Man.
Okay.
Using Nedu. You see, this whole thing you are looking at, this whole thing you are looking at on social media was planned.
Okay.
Okay.
Planned by who? You?
Planned, yeah. I planned it alone.
Alone.
That's yeah, but Nedu did not know. I used Nedu to get Very Dark Man. Because I know that if I was saying it on TikTok, on Instagram, they will say, oh, this guy is looking for money from, from this platform.
Media.
So I needed a platform where I would be able to test, because for 18 months, I've been studying this guy. I wanted to know, is this guy real? Or does he just jump into conclusions and manipulate Nigerians?
So do you have the answer to your question?
It is clear.
That he is real or not real?
So some things, because I'm not going to totally, but some things, he actually gets it right. But most of the times, he jumps into conclusion and then manipulates everybody. And this is a clear example. Even Nedu will be shocked. Because I know that if I told Nedu, Nedu would tell him because he's his friend. Okay. Do you understand? And that's why I felt bad and I started appealing to people that please don't let Nedu lose his job. Because I was the one that planned everything. I used Nedu as the snail, as the this thing to get the fish.
The hook to get the fish.
The hook to get the fish, rather. Do you understand? And it worked perfectly. And you can see Very Dark Man doing a lot of videos accusing this person. He had, accused that young lady.
Jojo of Lagos.
Yeah, for nothing. And
yes, I accused Seda Bodge as well, and she has come out
exactly. So look at the pattern. I knew that if I was saying this on social media, it won't really get that weight. And look at it today. Everybody, Nigerians can see that this guy is not totally, he's also, he has his good side, but most of the time.
The good news about this TVC podcast that Deone went for is that he has exposed himself that he's the one that set Nedu up. Nothing more than that. Everybody was blaming Very Dark Man. Why are you attacking Nedu? Why are you attacking Nedu? Why didn't you attack Deone? Because Very Dark Man is a wise guy. You know what happened? Sister Deone, who do you this? How then? You manipulate evil against Nedu. You make Nedu to lose the video. Nedu generation will never forgive you, Sister Deone, for this video when you do so. What the video to the end?
And you should delete it. Those are not things that you'll be proud of.
So looking at everything now, I'm still wondering how you got evidence of him withdrawing 20 million.
I said this earlier. So first of all, there are some things that would unfold much later, not now.
Okay.
Don't forget that somebody wrote a petition to the EFCC, right? And we already have some information that we are privileged to. Now, it's going to be a long series. It's not going to be something that we just start now and end up. But at the end of the day, when I'm done with Very Dark Man, every Nigerian will see that this guy has truly become a better person.
Okay.
And do you think how will you see his handling of Mercy Chinwo's issue?
Unprofessional.
Okay.
Baseless.
Why so?
You think it was one-sided?
I had those documents 2 weeks before VDM. And every time I have a document that is classified, I will ask the person, I'll say, should I put this, am I permitted to do this? When you give me permission, if you give me permission, I will ask my lawyer. Do you understand? Because you have to be sure you're not breaking any law. He just came out, brought, and the thing is, when you tell people to look here, they don't look at any other thing apart from that place. Do you understand? Just in the case of Access Bank, he was so sure he had evidence, and he was very wrong. Until today, he has not apologized. If he has integrity, I'm saying it again, he should take down that video in the interest of not just himself, but the interest of Nigeria. Because we have to think about nation building. How can we contribute? Now, you calling out, what people think that, calling out people because they don't have a NAFDAC number is all that Very Dark Man does. But I'm saying to Very Dark Man now that it's good to call out people for not having NAFDAC number. But when they have the NAFDAC number and they've done everything, can you also use that same energy to promote them? Because you have brought somebody down. And a clear example was when Nedu announced I was stepping down. Look at the joy on Very Dark Man's face, not knowing that I was the one that used my brain to think of all these things and orchestrate everything. Because I knew that this guy Nigeria needs to see that this guy, is he real? Or does he manipulate people based on his own assumption?
Looking at everything that you have, looking at everything that you have done over the last 18 months, like you said, is there anything you wish you had done differently?
My only regret is that Nedu had to step down from the podcast. That's my only regret. And of course, Nedu is is an expert in this media business and everything. I know it's going to be fine. It was even till now, he doesn't know. Nedu has been wondering, like, how did this happen, but when you plan, sometimes people just, it's so unfortunate. And that's why I apologize to him.
It's so unfortunate, quite right, that he has to leave the podcast. But you've spoken to him?
Yes, I've spoken to him. And I hope you guys don't have any secrets, because very dark man.
No, the truth is that I'm not scared. I'm just doing my job. We're just doing our job.
That's the same thing Nedu was doing.
Yeah, we understand, but but they are untouchables in this industry, and he knows that. Yeah. But the thing is this: how is Nedu's mental health right now?
Yes.
He's fine. He's fine. It's just that
He feels shaking.
Well, the very dark man taking this to accuse people wrongly Nedu doesn't feel good about it, because, for instance, he came up with that story just the way he came up with the Access Bank story. He came up with that story that Jojo of Lele had an intimate relationship, which is totally false. And this is what I just wanted Nigerians to know, that this guy, you have to question a lot of things that come from, because he assumes a lot. Just the way he assumed that, Mr. Falano SAN is the one telling me to. How will he tell me? Does he even have that time?
Is it being funded somewhere? Because, for instance, many people believe that during talking about Mercy Chinwo's issue with Easy Concept, he was just focused on the issues that Easy Concept brought up and not getting the other side of Mercy Chinwo.
That's what he does. He listens to one side of the story, and then he judges and assumes and manipulates everybody to believing that he is right.
So is he funded for that purpose?
Well, I don't have evidence to that, so I'm not going to say he's funded, but, the most important thing is very dark man needs to be more responsible. And that letter is going to get to the Minister of Education on Monday.
The letter states here, urgent concerns regarding Vincent Osei's influence on Nigerian children and recommendations for safeguarding minors. If the camera can actually catch this, we'll see quite a lot here.
Put it down.
Okay. So, which camera is catching this? Okay, so the cameras will just catch it right here. They'll capture quite a lot about it. But by Monday, this is going to the minister itself.
Yes, minister. And I want to also copy the Minister of Women Affairs and maybe the Minister of Youth and Social Development, so that we he knows that this is serious business. This is not when he claimed that he used to steal generator and all that stuff, So, it's just for him to be a better person.
What has this whole debacle taught you? How has it changed you as a person?
Well, it has changed my mentality, and it has made me know that when you see things on social media, you have to question them. Very important before you consume, which was the same mistake that VDM made by accusing Nedu wrongly and accusing the ladies that you slept with this person without any proof. So it has taught me that you have to question everything, no matter how much you love.
And he seems to like to always be in the courtroom.
Well, he likes it. He challenged, for instance, Faz the bad guy and said, Shebi, your dad is a lawyer, you're a liar, let's do this, knowing fully well that he had you're a journalist. You guys are journalists. You don't just play stuff and then now you made statements saying the same thing that Very Dark Man did. He accused, but in my own case it's different. Very Dark Man accused Faz, the bad guy, of having some relationship, with Bobrisky.
Yes.
Without any proof. But the difference is, I have proof, but I will not be the same person I'm condemning or the same person I'm trying to correct. Because if I put this on social media now, only God knows what will happen to VDM safety tomorrow.
Yes.